So, Worthing singles final. Steve Daykin, UK, and plays in Cherbourg against a Tunisian gentleman who is here for the weekend to see his son Osama, who beat me in the semi-final of the silver. Steve is currently 5-0 up. It's the third end. Difficult terrain. That's a very good point. His name is Khalid, and his son is Osama. Plays for Great Western, I believe. Good shot. It's very tempting. Lucky there. So 5-1. good example there of sometimes how these particular car park terrains can be evil because you throw what is a decent percentage ball, hits top of the house and doesn't go anywhere. It's okay, Steve will shoot this. He's been unlucky again. 5-2. Weather's been very kind to us all weekend, really sunny the last 2 days. Mixture of sun and clouds today, no wind, well, a lot of wind actually, but no rain, which is good, just a couple of spots. And it's a mixture of being a little bit cold and then warm again when the sun comes out. So you put your top on, you take your top off, you put sunglasses on, you take them off, you shake it all about, as we say. So, checking the landing area there. Even more important to pick your landing spot here on this terrain because there is some really nasty sharp rocks underneath that send the ball all over the place. That's a good point. Basically, anything generally within 12 inches of the cochonnet, front, behind, side, you always shoot because it's so hard to outpoint it in general. Great shot by Steve. Steve Daykin is a phenomenal example of routine and setup when he's playing his shots, because whether he's practicing, whether he's training intently, whether he's shooting in a game, whether it's the first game in the morning or in the final, the routine and the setup for every single shot is exactly the same. It's metronomic, as if he was playing in the Masters in golf or a tennis setup for a tennis serve. It's a very, very good example of how to set yourself up in Pètanque for success. And that's why he's one of the best players in the UK and also in Cherbourg. That's another great example. Very good points. So we'll continue telling you about Steve's shooting setup. So he steps out back of the circle, has a look, picks his object shot, steps in, adjusts his feet, first backswing, second backswing, other arm goes behind, third backswing and shoot every single time. caution is deed. He killed half the spectators behind. So. So dead end. Neither player had any ball left. So Khalid to throw the cautionary again. Absolutely beautiful point, wonderfully weighted, very soft hands, very easy, gentle backswing. All the power, if there was any, just came from the wrist rotation. Very good example of how to point. I'm guessing Steve will just point in here, he's got plenty of room. That's a great example of how you can play the same ball, practically exactly the same, but it just kicks. So, shot coming up. Yes, good throw. Another great carrow there by Steve. So 8-2 is the score now. And another great example because Khalid, unfazed, cool as a cucumber, not upset, not excited, just totally relaxed in regard to the game. Both class players here, as you would expect. Fantastic point from Steve. So Khalid will shoot this. Doesn't really have much choice on this terrain. some of the other terrains here in Worthing that are a little bit easier, then you could roll it in and get one around the area. North Africans like to often point first and then shoot, but I think on this occasion he's got to shoot. So he's missed the shot, but because of the gravel, it's still on the terrain. As he threw it, he shoots quite high, lob onto the ball, so it's helped his ball to stay on the terrain. Not terrible, not great. He's got to try and put one in again now. Steve is very much in the driving position in this game. Even when he lost one of the ends, wasn't flustered, just carried on. Very calm. That's a very good point. Steve works a lot on his mental game as well, of which I believe at least 70% of the game is in the head, not necessarily in the ability or the arm or the swing or anything. So he'll relax here, does a lot of mindfulness in the moment. Again, same setup as always. Little twitch of the feet, second backswing, third backswing to come, and bang. Oh, just so unlucky. Now he's got a situation where he can't shoot. And the reason he can't shoot is because Khalid's ball is there at the back, and the string is just there. So he has to almost sacrifice the end, play a little point, see if he can run into the two ball that are together in front of the cochonnet, maybe mix it up, maybe get lucky. He's tried that, hasn't quite worked out, but he's lost one, sacrifice the end, move on to the next one, far enough ahead. Very good effort. So 8-3 now. Really unlucky with that shot. That's the game. So just under 10 metres. You're banished to the back of the van. With a little lob like that, it takes a lot of the ground out. Khalid plays a very different style of ball, pitches it and rolls it, which often works because he's got a very good weight, but it does bring the ground into the situation. So he's contemplating shooting. The other problem with pointing. If you point really high, it can sometimes land on these really nasty rocks and spring off and make you look very silly. Good enough shot. On the job. It's good enough. Steve playing the game the way it should be played there. Going for the shot. Knowing that he had another ball to shoot if he hit. Unfortunately didn't. Confident enough with his point that he would win the point. But it is a little bit open right now. Gone. On to Steve Daykin. So 9-3. There we are. Shows you the difficulty of the piste. Steve normally plays about 8. Seven and a bit. It ran through a little, but threw it well, landed well, just travelled on a touch. Accelerated in the second bounce. Good point. Another dead end. Consolation prize. Obviously Steve didn't want to hit the jack there, he wanted to hit the ball, but that's the way it is. I said sorry for hitting the jack because he wasn't going for the jack, he was going for the ball, so good manners. Good lob. Very soft hands. Beautiful weight. Just lands almost like it's landing into a sofa. So I think he'll shoot this. It looks like he might be pointing. So there we are. What do I know? Really good. Swerved it around the object ball, a little bit of side spin. Great weight. Great shot by Steve. I'm messing around with the caution there. Difficult position now. Do you shoot? Do you point? So he was so successful with the first one, the temptation is to point again. Which I think he's going to go for. Kicked off. So if you like the coverage that I give here on Pètanque Coach, please like or share or follow, more important, because I do a lot of travelling, film a lot of games. It means a lot to me if you subscribe. Helps me out, makes me see that the videos that I provide are of value. If you have any comments, either about my commentary or the game, please add those as well. It's always good to learn from others and pass on learnings. See, all opinions are just my own, whether you like them or not. Great carro, what a carro. Yes. So good 2. So that's 10-3 now. 11-3, sorry, 11-3. You're right, sir. Thank you. Mr. Mark Robertshaw watching here in the background with me, correcting me for being stupid. So, good caution 8. Throwing the cosh is very important. Often overlooked art. The ability to throw the cosh is vital. So Steve checking it out. You can see his landing area. He's looking at about a foot from the caution 8. Just to hit that spot that he just cleared a little bit. Let's see if he hits it. The ability to hit the right spot is vital. He hit the spot. Absolutely spot on, but it kicked off a tiny touch. Very good length though. Just didn't quite get the right reaction from the ground. So 11-3. Yep, very good point there. Good enough. Just for later, Steve, if you're watching this, you just hit your hip as you were going on the backswing, which probably Took a little sting out of the shot, I don't know. It's very close every time he goes with the backswing anyway to that. But not that I've been critical. It's still a good shot. I know you guys to watch these games play as I do, as do an awful lot of people. Hopefully learning different things with the commentary I give with regard to tactics, whether I'm in France or England. Another great point there from the Tunisian. Really good. We saw that yesterday with the big triples. If you haven't watched it, please go and watch it. Triples with Cherbourg against Plumhoff, Chantreux, Gouin Chantreux against David Plumhoff. Two teams in the triples. Magnificent final. Finished here just after 9 p.m. Yes, he's got lucky with that. So he's hit the ball really well. Cochonnet sprung a little bit over to his other ball. Thank you very much. Good shot. So Steve is now out, so he's got the situation. Does he shoot? If he goes for the carrow, or even just the hit, is he on? He'll certainly be on 1, maybe 2. If he stays around, it can be 3. These are the situations where if you're down in a game, you have to take your opportunity to score big points. So no actual benefit to pointing in here at all. Go for the shot, see if you stay around. See if you get lucky. Even if you just take it out and get 1, that's fine. You've got to hit it full on. You can't mess around. So he's run into the ball, but he hasn't moved it enough. And that was the reason why he was looking to bring that back ball in. That's just here by my big blue finger. So 12-3 now. Eight and a half on the Cochonnet. Having a little discussion, father and son, and to see what the situation was. Not an awful lot else he could have done there. Steve threw it well, it just landed and took off a little bit. It does happen. You've just got to put these things out of your mind. Even if you throw the ball well and you don't get the contact on the floor, it's the game. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Nothing wrong with how he threw it. That's a cheeky little point. So it was running through, ran into Steve's. So no benefit shooting here, we'll just point. Try and see if we can get a better contact on the ground. That's better contact there, that one. So stayed around, much better ball. So predicament now here, Khalid. Does he shoot, leave it open, or does he point and make Steve shoot and hopefully miss? Personally, I'd point, but it's a tough one. Very, very good point. Changed his shot entirely. Cut a lot of the ground out. Really, really effective. So 1 plays 1. he's just offline a tiny bit. Ended up moving, just nudged the Cochonnet a tiny bit. But yeah, opportunity to get some points back here. Now, does he take the shot or does he just point? Personally, I think he just points. Keep the point you've got. See if you can get another one. But there is always the temptation, and that's what's plaguing his mind now. Does he go for the carro? Difficult one. Played that well again. He's got 2. I think he was trying to nudge the Cochonnet maybe a touch, but he got 2, so he's back in the game a little bit. 12-5. So it's an interesting one. This is where tactics are great, because when they come off, they're amazing, and when they don't, they're rubbish. And everyone has an opinion on tactics, and the person with the ball in the hand has to make that final decision. The thing in singles is you are exposed. There's no one to blame apart from the ground. Maybe the wind, maybe the sun, maybe a bit of luck. The usual things that Pètanque players come out with. But ultimately, you're exposed and it's down to your own game. So let's see the choice of shot he plays this time. Does he go a little bit higher like the last one? No, he's going to play a little pitch and run. So he hit his spot wonderfully, and it ended up okay, but there was a big, you could hear the noise of the contact on the ground. It sent the ball offline. Steve just slowed himself down here, which is a good idea. Just take stock, have a little drink, set your mind back at ease. He'll go for the shot, I think. No, he's pointing. Oh, we got lucky with that. Sprung the Cochonnet with a long point. He said sorry. That's uncharacteristic of his points, but it happens, as I say, on this terrain. It's difficult terrain. Obviously landed in the right line because it picked up the Cochonnet, but that's a little bit harsh and hard on Khalid. Inside he'll be seething, thinking you toe rag. So he's got to put a good ball in here. If he can rest it next to Steve's or on the Cochonnet, is the ideal position. It's kicked. Curtains here, because no matter where he puts it, Steve's going to shoot. If it's on, of course. That is the end of that. Good game, good win by Mr. Steve Daykin. Yes. So, it's the end of the singles here. We have the Équipe Cherbourg, which is us lot here. Us lot here. Équipe Cherbourg. We're all here having fun. Well done, Steve.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, cheers. Points it well, just shoots a little bit off in the final.
Yeah, I think it was good. Okay. And thank you to Worthing Pètanque for another great event. They do a very good job here. There was a selection of the French contingent here. We had an awful lot of people come over, and unfortunately for Khalid there, and Sama, his son there, who beat me and that was good. Say hello. So yeah, he's good. Okay, thank you very much. It's the end of my coverage here at Worthing Pètanque Club, and as I say, like, share, comment. Hopefully see you in another competition. I'll be in Provence next week. If you've got anywhere you want me to film in Provence, leave a comment, and I'll pop along and see what I can do. Thanks.